Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Just went and picked up this used 67 subframe. Thought we were going to be able to use it on this build we got going on. If you haven't seen it already, it's just a nice little red car. But it was not what we expected. There are a few things on it that we didn't really know about. And like I said, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. There's a few welded on brackets here and plates that may not allow the car to sit properly on the subframe itself. On this driver's side over here, you can see the rust hidden by the paint a little bit, but that wall is paper thin. You can move it with your finger, so you know the car is just not gonna jive well with that at all. On the front here, you can see where someone's tried to jack it up over the many years it's been on the car, and it just has bent that frame. So I don't feel too terribly comfortable with this one. We went and drove, a good bit to go look at it and pick it up, but it did not work out for us. Good thing is though, here at Camaro Central, we offer the brand new subframes, and that's what we're gonna be using on this car. You'll see just how nice that one is compared to this old one right here. The frame is the same, the metal is the same, but it functions and totally drives different. All right, so we got the subframe loaded, so now it's time to get it sanded and painted, prepped for install and assembly. So we're gonna do that outside. Today it's a beautiful day in Kentucky, so tune in and we'll see just how that goes. Getting the subframe painted. They come from the factory with the EDP coating. A lot of people think that you can go ahead and put that on the car as soon as you receive those. That's also on a lot of the fenders, the hoods, the quarter panels. Pretty much any type of sheet metal that you receive has an EDP coating on it. It looks black, it looks sleek, it looks pretty nice, and like you can just primer it and put it on the car. So if it's like a inner fender well that you won't see unless you pop the hood, that's definitely something you want to paint, because after a few weeks, after a few months, that EDP coating will wear off and the paint will start rusting. It'll just start looking like it was, or worse than it was when you replaced it. So make sure you sand that metal, just like we're sanding on our subframe and we're getting it painted and prepped. So today we got our SUS 463K. That's the subframe kit. We don't have the brake, master cylinder, and proportioning valve here today, but that's along with the kit. So we have our control arms, SUS 114K. These comes with the bushings, the hardware, the ball joint, everything you kind of need to put it on the car. These come with it. A great piece that you need for your car. A lot of them from the factory go out. It's been almost 60 years, hard to believe. So make sure you have good control arms. If you're going to go ahead and change your subframe, might as well do this as well. And if you're not doing your subframe, but you are changing the brakes or doing something else, make sure you check those bushings. We sell those as well. But these control arms are really good. They've done really good for us. They come painted, so these are something that you don't have to paint. You can go ahead and install these on the car just the way they come from us. I don't know about anybody else, but from us, you don't have to paint them. They look great, totally worth the investment. So we also have our control arm hardware as well. You'll definitely need this to install. A lot of the times they're rusted or just gone through over the years, so make sure that your bolts are good, they're solid, they're durable. If not, give us a call. We can help you out. SUS 56 is our drag length. This piece right here is really vital when you're steering your car. There's a lot. If you don't have a good one of these, they rust, they break. These are a really good solid piece. We've painted this one, it's ready to go, and we're ready to install it on the car. A drag length is really important when you're steering your car for power steering or manual steering. So we're going with the 1-inch sway bar on this car, so it's SUS 50. These are also painted. You don't need to sand or do anything to them unless you want to have them a different color, but the black looks great on these sway bars. They go on the car, bolt up just fine to your end links. Nothing, no complaints on those at all. So we have our end links here as well with the polyurethane bushings. Just a little bit stiffer of a bushing. If you want it the factory style, we sell that as well, but polyurethane is a little bit stiffer of a ride. It might last a little bit longer, so those are the reasons for the increase in price between that of the factory bushing style and the polyurethane bushing. For springs, there's a lot of different options for springs. You can choose big block springs, small block and LS are kind of the same things, or you can go factory ride height, or you can go 2-inch drop. So for this car that we're doing, the 67, we're gonna do it a 2-inch drop spring. So you're gonna use the factory spindles, but we're gonna do the 2-inch drop. It's going to change the trajectory of the shock, but it's not really going to affect anything else in regards to that. So the springs we have are really high quality. It's going to lower the car nice on the front, and we'll probably do the same thing on the back for the leaf springs. The idler arm is SUS 23. Those are a pretty straight standard forward part. We sell them all the time. They do really good as well. They bolt up just in the factory locations, totally fine. A lot of this stuff is on their shelves, but the most important piece that you may not know about, or may even think about, maybe not cross your mind, is that assembly manual. Our assembly manual goes through the book that any factory worker would have gone through in 1967. If you're wanting to rebuild your car and you want to figure out how to do it the right way, the assembly manual is your first step to know how to do that. We're going to be studying all night. We hope you'll join us along with that.